Last time on Final Fantasy IV, we defeated the Fiend of Wind, Barbarisha, and here is her augment, Whirlwind. It's all the way back in the Lodestone Cavern, but don't worry, you don't have to worry about unequipping all of your magnetic equipment. That was the Dark Elves doing so. Now that he's dead and you have a full party of characters, and also you should have filled out the map the first time, it's just a straight dash to the end, and it's so much easier like that. Even the one-hit kill enemies aren't quite as bad. However, last time on Final Fantasy IV, we did also lose our sage Tellah. He sacrificed his life trying to use the spell Meteor, which only barely made a dent in Golbez. On the bright side, I guess there is some silver lining in that small dent released Kain from Golbez's control, and since there are no children around for Kain to attempt to murder, I guess it's good that he's on our side. I mean, he's kind of getting all pouty about not being able to date Rosa because she's in love with Cecil, but other than that, it's good to have some extra muscle around. Now, we're not going to move on to story stuff just yet because I believe I've mentioned before that I've been missing the Naming Way side quest for quite some time. We really need to get back on that right now, so that's just what we're doing. Now, you can do this all the way back when you first, well, I guess technically speaking, the second time you arrive at Mysidia. You can go to this Chocobo Forest. Actually, I think you can go to any Chocobo Forest, and Recording Way will be here. And Recording Way? I don't think camping is an actual profession. It's a thing you can do, but it's really not a full career. The Recording Way thing was kind of respectable. So, of course, again, Camping Way is leaving all of his previous chores with Fat Chocobo. You know, we've barely seen Fat Chocobo, but he has gone above and beyond what is required of him. Actually, no, I didn't, Camping Way. I did not give you all of my tents. I'm fairly certain 300 gil does not cover the expense of 11 tents, but I'm not really using them anymore because now we can get cottages. But still, thanks a lot, Camping Way. Thanks a lot. Oh well, now that that's done, he'll appear in the next location, and we can talk to this white Chocobo, which will restore MP. Okay, now that that's done, I believe he next appears in Troya, I want to say? He will actually appear near the next story destination. I think right before we actually need to go, well, as we need to go there. So I think that's going to be the last place we see him before moving back onto story stuff. Meaning, actually no, is he in Baron? Is he in Baron or Troya? Yeah, I think he's in Baron Town. I always forget what he's doing here, because I remember the Troya events, but not this one. I think he's just hanging out, right? Oh, that's right. Okay, so you can't do this until you get the key. Alright, Camping Way, bored already? Is that it? Okay, so in the 2 minutes since we've last seen you, you've somehow managed to travel all the way to Baron and decide you... Jamming Way the Bard. Alright, well, fun fact, it's not actually Naming Way who is in charge of the sound test, but Edward. Why are you saying in caps? Okay, so not only do we have a sound test, but Edward will also comment on all these songs, which is pretty good. Ah, you never did such a thing, Edward. You would not like Final Fantasy XIII. Reminds me of that fight in Fabul. Or when Tellah beat me upside the head for a while. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that's that. Maybe at some point I'll go through the entire sound test and see what Edward has to say about everything, but for the time being, we need to get back to, I believe now it's Troya. So, we'll just leave Baron. Again, we should have done this back when we first came here, but whatever. So, back to the airship and over to Troya. This does actually follow the events of the game pretty well, so as long as you don't screw up like I always do, because I always miss him at the Chocobo Forest, you should be seeing Namingway a lot more. Oh, sorry, Jammingway. That's kind of a weird name, you know, for someone who wants to sing. Wouldn't exactly describe singing as jamming, but whatever. Alright, so where's that fuzzy little jackass now? Oh, there you are. I know. What? What? Okay, you should talk to an NPC in Sonic Adventure, cause he has a similar plight with a fairly simple solution. Okay, you could tell one of them, oh whoops, I made 2 dates. You seeing this, lady? Okay, well then, so we have to help a rabbit cheat on a woman? Well, technically 2. Let me just go over to the milk jar, rather than the beer barrels over there. Let me just drink my invisible milk. This poor bartender lady, she doesn't deserve this. I swear to God, if you get me implicated in this, I will end you. Hey, this frickin' rabbit. Well, hopefully everything goes horribly wrong for that guy. 'Cause let me tell ya, I really don't appreciate having to do something like that. I went out of my way to find this rabbit, and then I have to help him cheat on human women? Which is kinda weird. Why you dating humans? Oh well, I guess the literal rabbit with clothing is accepted by society as a possible partner, so whatever. I'm not gonna question it. It's fantasy. Sometimes people just date rabbits. It happens. Alright, so here we are in a Gart. Before moving on, because I'm sure you remember the ever so subtle hints that were dropped by all of these villagers. But this is where we need to go to next. You've cleaned up your act in the last 3 minutes. Wait, pudding? No, don't tell me. No, don't tell me. It was you! You made me grind for days! Days, Puddingway! I hate you with all my hates. No, Puddingway, we're not done here! Where did he go? Okay, well, I guess it's good that he left, because otherwise I would strangle him. So now we know why we needed that rainbow pudding, and now that we do know, I really want to throttle a rabbit. Okay, this is where we have to go. Let's drop the magma stone down. Don't touch it, Sid. You'll break it. Oh, God damn it, Sid. Good job dropping it down the well, where certainly it does not need to go. And then everyone in a Gart died. The end. Rocks everywhere. magma falling from the sky. We just Pompeyed the shit out of a Gartz. Which maybe is good since Pudding Way is probably still here. Okay, so everything's fine. And I guess maybe it would be wrong to destroy one town just to kill one two-timing rainbow-wanting son of a whatever you call a female rabbit. I don't know scientific terminology. I know a group of crows is a murder, and I know a group of turkeys is a gaggle, because gaggle is the best word. But other than that, I got no clue. Anyway, let's just take our airship down into that large hole that we kind of created, with no repercussions whatsoever. By the way, this is all automatic, so you might actually want to go shopping before you do this. I'm just saying, since, you know, we're flying automatically, we're doing a thing without input. Oh, darn it, how did they get down here? Hey, we blow a hole open in the earth, and apparently that's not even the best way down, since the Red Wings got here first. Hell are those things, though? Those are some sort of ground-based airships. I don't get it. Wait, who's flying this thing? Don't fly it in the middle of all this. Why would you do that? You could have gone around. Sid, you could have gone around. What are you doing? Yeah, no shit! Who cares? Sid. No, you could go around! You could go around! Either direction. They're focused on fighting each other. We'd be fine. Sid, you moron. What are you doing? God damn it, Sid. No. No one's gonna talk him out of this? Yeah, that's what happens when a thing in the sky gets shot a whole lot. It falls. I mean, technically speaking, we are in hell, but thankfully that's not due to being dead. Oh, come on, Sid. You can't say poor ship when you're the one who flew it straight into a line of fire. Ay, ay, ay. So, because Sid was a big old dummy, our ship's crashed, and now we are at a temporary point of no return. Yeah, it is kind of odd that we can just stand next to magma and not catch on fire. Alright, and Sid. You better be back for the Enterprise. You got it shot. Thankfully, shelter is not at all far from the airship. It's right here. So here we are at the Dwarven Castle. Didn't think we'd give it away from dwarves, did ya? And of course, here they are with their classic phrase, lally-ho. Well, alright then, you're significantly less entertaining if you're not going to say lally-ho. Oh, well, that's very nice of you, Mr. Dwarf. Thank you. Alright, so, where's the king? Is he in a room full of treasure, possibly? I just got here, and I don't think I've seen any dolls. Unless they're on the overworld, in which case, sorry, you're out of luck. I am not looking for stuff on the overworld. It's a pretty cool cape, though. Why doesn't anyone else get a cool cape, huh? Okay, so, another reason I recommended shopping is we're not really allowed to explore much of the castle at the moment. I think we can shop and go to the inn, but that being said, though, yeah, we can't go through here and get anything new equipment-wise that might be hanging around the castle. Thankfully, we shouldn't really need cottages, especially since a certain someone took all our tents. So we should be fine. What's the guy on the left for? Oh, that's right, they're two shop dudes now. This is for stuff I don't really need. Bestiary's kinda useless. Emergency exit? Don't think is too terribly useful. Because I don't think it can be used when teleport isn't able to be used most of the time. Because generally, when you can't use teleport, the designers just didn't want you leaving a dungeon for one reason or another, or at least leaving a dungeon the easy way. But anyway, we definitely want to rest, and I won't be finding any sort of secret passage through there, sadly. Alright, well, I guess we'll go to the other side of the castle, see what's there, and then talk to the king if we have to. I don't wanna, but... So at the... Oh, we can't even go on this side of the castle. So yeah, at best, you're able to go get a few potions and whatnot and heal up. Other than that, though, they are railroading us right here. Guess who fucked up editing? Okay, note to self. Fix that in the non-com version. 'Cause someone, read past me, forgot to delete the part, you know, where I cut the single screen video, so that you wouldn't see that all over again, and you would just see this cutscene in a single screen as you were supposed to. Past me, if I see another editing mistake, you are so fired. Oh yeah, anyway, this is King Giot. Oh, and wow. 2 of the 4 crystals have already been taken. Wow. So, we've only just gotten to the underworld, and we've already fucked up royally? Well, on the bright side, there's no sort of fireboats. Just imagine a boat that could sail on magma. That would be ridiculous. Yeesh. Sid's gonna be gone for a while if he's doing all of that. Oh yeah? Well, I already miss you and you're not even gone yet, so what do you think about that? Alright, well, there he goes. So I guess while he's gonna be doing stuff, we'll just hang out around here. No one will ever find it and take it. Oh, darn it. Well, thankfully, Yong's senses were tingling, and as such, he just senses danger. See, that's why Yong's the best. He is the least likely among us to fuck up. And there he goes, off into danger. Yong! Oh no, pirates! Not underground pirates! Oh, there they are! Hey look, I think we found your dolls. Your strangely creepy dolls. I don't think I remember asking you guys to dance for me. There's usually a yes or no option for this, guys. Come on. We're just the worst. I mean, it looks like any other crystal chamber. Right, so, now we have to battle a bunch of possessed dolls. So, these are Calca and Brina. If you don't want to fight a tough boss, I'd suggest taking out one type of these guys first. The Calcas are the one in the back. They have 1,369 HP, no strengths or weaknesses in terms of elements, and no special abilities. Brinas are the orange ones in the front. They have only 569 HP, no elemental strengths or weaknesses, but they do have the self-destruct ability, so be wary of those guys. I would not suggest kicking too much, otherwise you might lure one of those guys into self-destructing. And in fact, I would suggest basically just buffing up for said tough battle that I mentioned. Again, you can completely skip out on it, and that's normally what I do, but I'm not going to do that here. Again, don't kick, just to make sure that the Brinas don't self-destruct, and just so you don't accidentally kill them, because quite frankly, I could see Yang totally dismantling these guys in a single hit. That being said, the other danger is the Brinas attacking Cecil and getting countered, because Cecil's also pretty tough. Now, Blink is definitely going to be helpful here, which is why I'm using it. You're going to want everyone to have Blink on. Now, how many hits do you get before Blink disappears? I think it's either 3 or 5. In fact, since I don't have it in my notes, I'm going to look it up right now. Blink status... It's only physical attack, or 2 physical attacks? That's weird. I thought it was 3, but yeah, apparently it's only 2. And unfortunately, we don't have 5 people, because if we did have 5 characters in the party, that would mean more characters to attack, and therefore, we'd be less likely to lose our Blink status. Or, did I say Blink or blank? Because it's Blink, not blank. Okay, so anyway, because I slowed them, this battle's definitely going a little bit easier. Alright, let's see. For Yang, I think right here I'm focusing, but I also want to keep said focus. Oop, and, oh, they have counters. I completely forgot about that. Thankfully, Blink will just completely negate that, because they just have physical attacks, no sort of magic. At best, Brina has the self-destruct command. I believe even if you don't have only just one of each, they can still do their thing. It's just a matter of time. Oh, self-destruct. I think this is their, Yep, there we go. Dolls are joined together as one. That's when they combine. Okay, so self-destruct is when they do this. This is the infamous Calcabrina, 8,814 HP, again, no particular weaknesses, and technically speaking, no magic spells. However, Calcabrina does have a few tricks up her sleeve. She has a very powerful physical attack, which does about 1,000 damage, I believe. And that also, I believe, gives silence. I think it silences the character. Yeah, I think that's it. Also, oh wait, no, it's not silence. I believe it's also charm. Calcabrina also has an ability that causes charm as well, and if you don't know, charm is basically just confuse. That being said, like most of the bosses, Calcabrina does have a pretty big weakness, and that is the fact that you can actually paralyze or stop Calcabrina, which is very, very helpful. That being said, I would like to make note that, that doesn't work all the time. There is a chance that your paralysis attacks will fail, and if that happens, you're in a lot of trouble, because if Calcabrina is moving even slowly, she's pretty dangerous. So, yeah, you want to try to get her stopped as soon as possible, and she's back to moving, which is not good. That is why you want to have Yang hasted, and have him use focus as much as possible. And see, right there, tried to hold her again, didn't work. Thankfully, though, we've been doing a pretty hefty amount of damage, so we're done here. So yeah, because I got kinda lucky in having hold take effects the first time. Managed to breeze through that battle. Wasn't too bad. And in comes Cain. Hi, I was here too. And we get a decent amount of experience for that. No money, though. Ooh, and we learn Shell. That'll be very useful. Because Rosa does sometimes need help shelling up the party, and we do want to take less damage from magic. Alright, so that's the crystal saved. Yep, not too bad. Oh, crap. Oh, double crap. Okay, we'll just put up a sign that says no Golbez, and he won't be able to come in. Okay, who's got some paints? Ah, damn it, it's too late. Golbez, buddy, how's it going? You're still very injured from that meteor, right?